joining us here today. How was practice?
Oh, it was good. It was a hot one, but I think it's gonna prepare us for Texas.
What's the vibe like with the guys this week?
Of course, coming out of that overtime win, everybody's happy. Sorry, I just walked upstairs.
It's all good, yeah.
But yeah, everybody's focused in. Everybody knows that it's a big game, and we're just trying to just do everything we can. Yeah. Sorry, where am I supposed to be looking?
Ask a question. You get it.
Whoever's asking the question.
Coach Traylor said he's impressed with their interior, their D linemen are veteran. What does that look like for you and the challenge it presents?
With any veteran D line, it comes experience. So they know they've been in big games. So it's just us having to prepare for dudes that aren't gonna be, phased by all the shifts and everything. So yeah.
Do you get a little more hype for that type of challenge?
I'm gonna be honest. Any team we go against, I approach them the same way. I'll approach them as I approach Houston, as I approach the Army. Especially as a center, you got to be prepared. But luckily, we have veteran linemen like KD and T Haynes that are just gonna be there to keep a calm head. Just like I think that's what we need. Just keep a calm head. Yeah.
How do you feel about the offensive line group's performance overall this year? What's jumped out to you?
I think it's been great. A lot of dudes have answered the call, and anytime you go in and you have someone new playing, you never know what to expect. But I think they've done the best that they could, and that's why you can really ask at the O-line position. It's never going to be clean. It's going to be gritty, and the guys have answered the call.
How much of a challenge has that been, losing some tackles and having to find some different guys?
Well, of course, you never want to see anybody go down. But when the young guys come up and they play how they play, you can't help but be happy, for the future, Like UTSA is going to be in good hands,
You're close with Venley, right?
Yeah.
What does it mean to see him, out there battling?
Anytime you see, just coming from the islands and stuff, family is a big thing. And then coming out here, I didn't. Josiah was the only one that I really knew of, and then being here for 3 years by myself. Don't get me wrong, the boys have took me in, but it's different when you get, especially since he's Tongan and everything, and he's playing great. So, it bolsters the Polynesian pride and all that.
He's an interior guy playing tackle. Can you speak on how difficult that transition is?
I haven't really done that yet, but
yeah.
I'm assuming it's real hard,
yeah.
Especially Van being so young.
Right.
But I think he's answered the call, like I said. Can't ask more from him, and as he continues to learn, the thing with him is he's willing to learn, and he knows he can always do better. So whenever you have a guy that is just willing to learn and is willing to put in the work, it makes everything easier.
Maka Hart's obviously an anchor and an all-conference guy for you. How did it impact the group to have him go out?
I'm gonna be honest. At first, it was real bad, especially when you see someone that puts in that much work and have it happen like that. But then he stepped up in a new role. He's not gonna be there physically, and he's never been a real vocal guy. But he knows that I had to switch, so he's turned into a vocal leader, someone that's there to support the tackles, and he's there teaching. And then he's also there for the veteran guys trying to keep us up, trying to motivate us. So it's good to see that side of him, and it's gonna just make him a better player overall.
One of the guys who stepped into that role, Frankie Martinez, is a walk-on for you all. What's been your impression of how he kind of stepped up to that challenge?
Well, I've known Frankie for a while, so I saw everything he had to battle through, and I tell him all the time, what you're doing, I don't know if I could really do that, being a walk-on, having to just answer the call like that. I'm over here thinking he's someone we really got to look at, as in someone to motivate us. Any day we have a bad day, I look at Frankie, I'm saying, I'm sure he's going through worse, and he's doing it for free, So guys like that, it's great. It's a great team builder, and I'm just happy that he fought, you know what I'm saying? And that's all you can really ask at the end of the day.
What did it mean to get the run game going last week for you guys?
Oh, it was big. We pride ourselves on running the ball. So when we were able to get it going, it gave the O-linemen and the coaches more confidence, and that's something we're going to really need this game, just to establish that early in the game.
You talk about snap counts and crowd noise all the time, but for you, making line calls, is there a way you prepare or adjust what you have to do with 105,000 people?
Really, it all happens in practice. Coaches try to prepare us by putting as much stress as they can on us. They have the O-line yelling. They have the speakers as loud as they could, and just that pressure. By the time we come to of course you can't mimic 105,000 people, but for the facility that we have, it's great. You know what I'm saying? Especially when we go out there and prove ourselves.
Do you do anything to save your voice or make sure you're ready to go on Saturday night?
I mean, I don't know if you can tell, but like I don't really talk a lot, so I mean, I guess that saves my voice off the field.
You're an experienced guy in the interior. Is there things you can do as you're kind of directing the line that helps make life easier for some inexperienced tackles, or are there ways you adjust for that personally?
I don't even want to take credit on this. For the tackles, the new tackles, it's all been the guards. Terrell Haynes, I'm telling you, that guy could play center too if he really wanted to. He knows the whole offense. Of course, KD used to play center, so he knows the offense. And then just them being veterans and being those calm minds for the tackles, I think that helps a lot. I'm just in there. I have my experienced guards, so it hasn't been as much of a challenge for me to help them. It's more for the guards, and I think they've stepped up to that.
You had Luke Lopez get some snaps this week as well. Is that a guy that you help out with when he's in there next to you?
That's the thing. I mean, Luke, as you know, he hasn't been able to play for so long, but he's done his job. He's been in there. He's been taking notes, and so when he comes in, he's ready to play. It's just he just needs me to be like the confident leader, so that he doesn't he's already coming in new. So, but I will say he plays hard, especially with the injuries he's had. That's one thing everybody talks about. He plays like he's never been hurt, and that dude goes hard, you know. And you can't ask more for like inexperienced guys.
Cool.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
Appreciate